Hi everyone, welcome to Kalia. This is Mia. I hope you're doing well. Okay, we are within a very intense energy. Today, the 12th of April, there is a very rare conjunction between Neptune and Jupiter. If you want, look that up. And tomorrow is the 13th, and that is the culmination of the 4-4 portal of this month that started on the 4th. And 13 is 4, and 2022 makes for 5 at the end. And so the theme is change. The intense energy that we are feeling today of this rare conjunction, plus tomorrow, plus on the 16th, I think, is the full moon, okay? But basically today there is an intense energy and opening, an intense push on our ascension journey, okay? You may be feeling very destabilized, very agitated, okay? It's turbulent energy, okay? We can put it that way. And so make sure you do whatever you can to stay away from any conflict, because this can lead to that if we're not careful, all right? Just stay on your lane. There may be pressure cooker moments and situations. Just be aware. And so if you're aware, you don't roll into it with your eyes closed, okay? And you don't give in to any temptation to act agitated. Just, if you can, stay away from any potential conflict. If you can postpone anything, then that would be a good way to go about it. Or just make sure you're acting from a place of more calm rather than running and getting angry about anything. It's also an opportunity for us to see if we've learned properly our lessons and all that we know here but need to put into action. Meaning that if you encounter anything disturbing, remember always that the other is not necessarily at fault and has their own story too. And so sometimes there are these pressure cooker moments for us all, sometimes at the same time because of the energies, and some are less aware than others, some have heavier stories than others. So just try to play it cool as best you can, and like I said, stay away from conflict, okay? Also, there is an energy that is pushing you. Sorry for the noise, it's my shutters, it's a windy day. There is an energy that is pushing, and that is part of the agitation and the turbulence. Breathe. process. There have been and there are a lot of pressure moments of many different kinds, and it's always a good thing to breathe deeply a few times to gain your equilibrium, your balance, and settle down. Don't let anything push you to get on your nerves or to be in any panic or any fear. Just remember who you are. Remember you're on a journey. Remember the perspective. Remember that sometimes there are situations that come to test you in a way to see if you know who you are and where you're at and where you're going, and that there is always a higher perspective and purpose for everything. Sometimes situations may come at you in ways that look like, why me? Why does this happen? Why did this have to happen to me? This is so inconvenient, etc., etc. Just try not to get caught up in that kind of flow of things, and step back and remember, okay, this is testing my faith, checking me out if I remember, because many of us believe and have faith and believe in higher consciousness things, but many times on the ground, in our daily life, when we're tested, for lack of a better word, because I'm not sure I like the word tested, but just checking out if we know what it means on the ground, if we know that we can trust that there's always a higher plan and that we will always be taken care of, and that if things seem to twist and turn in ways that we have not anticipated and are not to our liking, then everything is good, even if we don't see it. And so something, and it could be from the tiniest simple thing up to bigger ones, if something seems like it's not working out for you in the way that you had it all worked out, then don't fret and don't stress and don't get all panicky. Just remind yourself, breathe, and remind yourself that there must be a higher plan in this, and I know that everything will come out in my favor, even if I don't see it. All right? Now, another thing. First of all, regarding the energy, I mentioned staying clear from conflict and trying to stay more in your lane and contained in terms of any agitation. Try to find some time for a rest, extra rest if you feel you need, or a pause. Try to find some time in nature to reharmonize with creation and balance and peace and higher vibration. do some breathing. Do anything that you know works for you to tune in, to recenter, rebalance, and to be able to see if you have any extra information from your guides and angels that they want to transmit to you, or your higher self, or even deeper understanding. You know, if you find yourself, for example, running into some kind of a situation that stressed you, then try to take a step back and try to find some alone time to reprocess and perhaps see another angle within it, or like I said, just to stabilize the energy that is occurring at the moment, which is very turbulent. Okay. Another thing is we are being pushed to move forward. Now, I know that many of us, especially during these last 2 years, after all kinds of things that happened, perhaps tend to have found more of a comforting, cocooning mode in terms of nurturing oneself and not moving too much out there. And so, which is understandable and is really a good part of processing all that we have gone through and are going through, and letting go of so many things, people, situations, all our past, all that we have known, and being able to prepare a ground to create anew. And so this is coming to an end, and we are being asked to take a step forward. And you may find it a bit intimidating because you're still in a mode that you don't know who to trust, and you don't fully understand what's going on or what's coming at us. But the universe is asking you to, if anything, this whole period has taught you to trust yourself. Okay? If we have gone through so much disillusionment that has led us to not truly understand who we can trust, then a big part of that, if not all of it, was designed to lead us back to ourselves and trust in ourselves, rather than that blind tendency to trust authorities and society and so on and so forth. And so during this time you have anchored some, you have renewed, first of all, you have gotten reacquainted with yourself, with your truth, after letting go of all kinds of things, people, situations, beliefs, patterns that you realized either have disappointed you, or you realized that do not align with your truth. Then you have gotten reacquainted with what your truth really is. And so hopefully you will have established during this time some pillars of truth and beliefs and values. And that is with those tools you are moving forward, and you are being asked to take a step forward in any way you feel fit. If it's not active, then at least start envisioning what you can do to start moving forward, or how you can prepare for change and moving forward. The universe is asking you to meet it halfway, because it is bringing change, and that is evident, okay? A little bit like the noise of the shutters, if you hear it. Turbulence, and this turbulence will, as a result, bring positive change. But in turbulence, during the turbulence, there may be some discomfort. All the same, just look into how you can gear, also how you can harness. If I mentioned that the energy can be agitating and turbulent and destabilizing, aside from finding your calm and regaining stability, there's also another aspect of harnessing that energy. Try to use it to your benefit into moving forward, instead of I don't want to say breaking down, but moving back and saying, oh my God, no, or what's this again, or something like that. Just, I know that many of us feel that we are at the end of our rope, okay? And this has been a sentiment of a while already. And I know, because I'm part of you, all right? But I also know that, and I know that you're tired of waiting, and you want already physical evidence of change, of positive change that will take you forward. I know that too. But the energies are moving forward, and that is this turbulence. And every time we had turbulence, it was intense, just like the 222 portal. It was intense, and it moved us forward in many ways, even through some discomfort, all right? So instead of taking it as something that causes anxiety or agitation, harness the energy, harness it, and just move with it to something positive that you can do in your life, that you know on your end that needs doing, and that you wanted to do for a while. Anything that moves you forward and uplifts you and your vibration. Anything. Just go with the energy. Another thing that's very important is I've mentioned that change is here and positive change will be evident. Make sure you align with that and make sure that your space aligns and supports and reflects that. So take an inventory of all your objects and belongings and make sure you clean your space and clear it from anything that reminds you of anything that does not align with the new you and your higher good. You are being asked to align with that energy of your higher self and of your higher path. And it's a good time to really get rid of anything that reminds you of another era and takes you back there in any way, or takes you back to another image of yourself. Because, you know, many of us tend to encumber and collect memories and objects from all kinds of time periods and experiences. But first of all, if we really want to go back there, then we can, because nothing is lost. But make sure that whatever you are hanging on to as an object of do you call it memorabilia? I think memorabilia. An object of memory, of make sure that it's taking you back to something positive and something that holds you in a positive image of yourself. Just make sure that your surroundings and your space and your belongings are really reflecting the new page that you want to create. I think at the moment less is more, because we are really going to create something new, and we don't want any weight with us, a weight in more ways than one. We really want to create something new for ourselves and for all of us. So that's it, I think, for today, right? I hope this has helped someone, and I'm sending you much love.